Hey everyone, it's Catherine from 85th and Pine, and in this video I'm going to show you one of the reasons why we decided to get a Thunder Nova 35. So this is going to be our first real big bulk order, and this is kind of exactly why we wanted a Thunder for bulk orders. And for this particular project, I'm going to be using a jig. So we're going to be using this poster board, very cheap, got it from Walgreens. It's going to work for the slate coasters that we're going to be doing. I'm going to cut out the jig for all the coasters and then put the coasters inside the jig so that they fit perfectly and that the design aligns perfectly on the coaster. All right, we're gonna go ahead and place this jig inside the machine, and I'm gonna show you how I'm going to align it. So I'm gonna make sure that these corners are lined up, just because I'm gonna wanna probably reuse this jig for this large bulk order. So I wanna place this in the same spot every time for them to engrave properly. So I'm just gonna line everything up, and then I'm gonna go ahead and cut the squares first. And then we're going to start on the coasters. So I'm going to start with testing out one, since I'm going to be printing about 30 at a time and I don't want to screw up all 30 of them. So it's looking like it's coming out good so far. And I highly recommend testing before you print.
All right, so as I'm getting these ready for our next round, I wanted to talk a little bit about corporate orders and pricing in general. So in the past, we have got some interest in corporate orders for this exact same item. The problem is we had to price it pretty high because it was going to take so long in our other machine. We do currently sell coasters on our website, and I believe they're about $27 or $25 for a set of 4. So if you want to do the math to figure out what it costs per coaster, I'm not that great, maybe I'll put it on the screen here. But anyway, we had a price that's super high, probably about $5 a coaster, because the time it was going to take to run in the machine. And the customer wanted like 250 of them, and it was going to take something ridiculous. And this is some oil that we put on the coasters to get them ready. But it was going to take something ridiculous, like 27 hours in the machine to run. Now, from a business perspective, I couldn't justify one order taking 27 hours. That's just run time. That's not any of this. Now, granted, it's going to be the same process for me to do all these coasters, whether it's in the Thunder or any other machine. But the single use of one order taking 27 hours of printing was just crazy to me, because what I think about in the business is, okay, well, if it's going to take me 27 hours for this order, that means I can't do anything else in the meantime. And that kind of bothers me a little bit, because it was going to take me well over a day of printing, literally 20 some hours. And that means I know we can only do 8 coasters at a time in the other machine. Now in this machine right now, we're running 30 coasters at a time, and it's going to take about an hour and 15 minutes of engraving to do a full set of 30 coasters. So that sounds a lot more appealing to me, to do 30 coasters at a time as opposed to 8. You know, so it's only a handful of times that we have to interchange this out to get to our 200, which is this set of coasters. But getting back to pricing, we priced these coasters, obviously this is not engraved yet, but this little coaster we're going to sell for $2.62. Now they did order 200 of these, so that's nice. But for the other order, we literally had to price it at double, at about $5 per coaster, because it was going to take so long. It was going to clog up our machine. So that's why having a little bit larger machine was more appealing to us, let alone a faster machine, so we could churn these out and it wouldn't occupy so much time, because even as we speak right now, we still have a lot of outstanding orders to do, but because this machine is so quick, we can still have our other orders going on and still do 30 sets of coasters without clogging up our other back orders. So that's the main reason why we wanted to get a little bit faster machine and a larger machine, is so we don't have to wait on these to get done. You know, we could kind of do them when we have a little bit of downtime in our day. So I'm just going to go ahead and bang these out, and we're going to put in another set of 30 here, and by the time I'm done with these, the others should be roughly finishing up.
All right, so as you can see, with this size machine and the bed size that it has, we were able to complete this large order in a fairly short amount of time and deliver it to our customer within reason. So that is one of the reasons why we wanted this big machine, to do larger orders and larger corporate orders as well. So I hope you enjoyed that video. Stay tuned for some more videos on this Thunder Nova.